my kids had grown up, my son had married. I had my first grandson, Jack, in 1994. It was the light of my life. And then my son had another baby. No, I had another grandson, Adam, when Jack was 3 years after Jack. And then my daughter got married, and she had her first child 18 months after she was married. It was my Harry, who is my shining star. And she had another little boy, Alfie, which is, well, they're all gorgeous, and then my baby, Charlie. So I've got 5 grandsons, and I've looked after them, 5 of them, while their parents went away until they were old enough to go to school. And then things were going fine till about 3 or 4 years ago, and my husband's job, the job where he works, entailed him going away for meetings in London and things, and he got more and more involved in his job, and we done less and less and less together, and which upset me. And the more I asked him, were things all right? You know, the more distant he seemed to go away from me, and I felt that he was drifting away from me, and the more he was drifting away from me, the more I wanted to cling to him, which I don't think he liked somehow. And then I was starting to suffer with chest pains again, and I went into the Royal for tests, and they said they'll do an angiogram on me, which I'd had before, which was just a routine thing, and wasn't bothered about it. I went in, and they started the procedure, and the last thing I remember was talking to the girl, and this feeling came over me, and I said, I don't feel very well. And then I thought somebody was attacking me. And apparently I'd had a cardiac arrest. And, you know, they resuscitated me, and I mean, this was all out of the blue. I went in perfectly healthy, and the next thing was back in coronary care, and that set me back again, mentally, not physically, mentally, and it was just absolutely horrendous, and I couldn't cope, and I went to doctors, and they said I'm suffering from depression and post-traumatic stress. So then I thought, because of the depression and post-traumatic stress, am I imagining he's drifting away from me? And I felt as I needed him more. I needed more support from him, but didn't seem to be getting it for some reason. But was it me? Did I imagine it? Was I imagining it? I didn't know. I didn't know what was wrong with me. And then things just went from bad from worse, and my depression got worse. I started having anxiety attacks. Then we'd go away to London for 4 or 5 days. I'd imagine all sorts, that he was with someone else, and he swore to me there wasn't anyone else, that he wouldn't do that to me. He loved me so much. I mean, he was me life, he was me rock, he was me soulmate, he was me friend, he was everything. He looked after me from when I was 18. He'd done everything for me. And then I knew there was something wrong. I just knew. It wasn't right. And I asked him outright, was he having an affair? And he said no. He said, I wouldn't do anything like that to you. I love you too much. So that convinced me I was mad. I was going mad. And I went to the doctors and I pleaded with it. I said, I need help. And it was the start of a nervous breakdown. And did find out he was having an affair, which absolutely devastated me. Not my job. He couldn't do that to me. Surely he wouldn't do that to me. And I just couldn't handle it, and I had a full nervous breakdown.
Quiet, please.
I had a full nervous breakdown, and they wanted to admit me to Broad Green psychiatric unit, which I thought was absolutely horrendous, because I had worked on the psychiatric wards in Sefton General, never thinking in a million years that one day I would nearly be put into a psychiatric unit. And that was a thing that stopped me going. I thought, no, I'm not going in. I refused to go into a psychiatric unit. And I struggled on. And I was in absolute despair mentally. And I just was ringing round. I didn't know what to do. I had no support of anybody because my mother's got Alzheimer's. My sister lived in Spain. I had a few friends who were... But when you're feeling down and depressed, people don't want to hear you or see you crying all the time. So a lot of friends stayed away.